she's gonna retire me.
Wow.
So if she retires me because she has a higher earning potential, and we can have all things we want, desire, needs, and help others, why can't she give me the soft life?
But it also can apply to the males if you want to lay around the house and have your woman do all the work. That can apply as well.
Welcome to Date, Affirm, The Real, our live podcast talking about today's relationships and its effects on us all. Please welcome our hosts, Marcus Goodwin and Don aka Junior Lee. Let's get real.
What up, Don? How you doing today?
Marcus?
Right on. So, welcome back. Welcome back to another Date Affirm the Real.
Indeed.
On our Tuesday night, talking about some good stuff, some fun stuff, some real stuff, some true stuff. Man, I feel today we took a week off, you and I.
Yeah.
So we got some ground to make.
We do. We got to bring it real tonight on Date Affirm Real.
Man, the ladies last week was talking about menopause and how it can really affect the male. Wow. That's how I was looking at it. Yeah, no. If you haven't seen that one, I invite all males to look at it. Especially if you are a male and you're dealing with a female who's going through that change or going through the change in the near future, I really invite you to go check it out.
It's deep.
It's good information, because I'm not going too deep into it, but you can go check it out. We have a lot of misconceptions about it, especially as men. We'll get our information from the damn barbershop more than we can a fucking book or most of an expert or a doctor.
We ain't read no book. That's what we say. So, we ain't read no book. Come
on. Yeah. I am the book. It should publish me.
Yes, sir.
And then poof, podcast came about. So today's title: if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Hear what the man said?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You ain't trying. Let's give him some background as to what that actually means, so we know. Give him some reference.
Oh, you want
to do it, sir? I ain't got my notes up here. Fooling.
All right, so if you ain't, let's kick it off to how we kind of started dealing with this topic. A few weeks ago, the ladies, Kia McClain-Poe and Shamika Arnold, the Dar therapist, when they did the Coldplay incident, and they gave their view, and it was spot on, and things that nature. But I couldn't get my voice in like I needed to, and you had some views as well. And the views I want to express are not really my views or as me as a person, but as per se as devil's advocate.
There we go. Yeah.
We have to look at a lot of things from different point of view. And cheating is a multi-view thing that is frowned upon by most. But it's common by a lot. You dig what I'm saying? But then you're like, okay, the people who are doing the cheating, do they think cheating is wrong? Is it fundamentally wrong?
Man, you're hitting on some good topics here of conversation.
Yeah, is it fundamentally wrong? I know what I think. I know what my spouse thinks.
I think we all know.
We're not 100% of the population.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm gonna kick it off while you get your notes and look at your notes.
Here. I got a little bit.
Oh yeah. But let's start with the Coldplay. When they talked about the Coldplay and And all these people, she's gonna leave. She changed her name. She did this. The son
Mhm.
said she's
Mhm.
leaving him. What I didn't get a chance to say because I can't type last week,
Yeah.
other week. N- mm, Motherfucker, is she really leaving? Would I say that? Are they really gonna leave? If it would she leave with a camera wasn't available? When your his face wasn't everywhere, would she
His
leave?
word against their word. Baby, you know that wasn't me
Right.
there. What them folks talking about? Man, I was at a long business meeting and we got wrapped up, went to a baseball game or something.
Or, hell, I'm gonna break it down
Yeah.
to you another way. So I'm not condoning this. I'm gonna put that out there before I get in trouble. He may think, or it may be she may possibly think the possible conditions of a soft wife life is I can go poke some stuff other here and there. Long because now let's think about this. Long as home is taken care of, what's the problem?
Ooh, you talking about some E&M stuff, some open marriage,
I don't know the hell.
some upside
Okay, you can
down
call it what you want. I don't know
pineapples.
EM. Shit, you talking more in my language, brother. I don't know nothing about no pineapples. If this is on the ham, I can't fuck with it. All right.
Spider ham with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you look the the reward or the possibly downside of a soft wife life, maybe I'm gonna do what I want. I may not bring it to you. You're taken
Mm,
care of. This is what they say. The high value
mm,
man. You making big money. You're relatively good
mhm.
looking, I guess.
It's the
You know what I'm
power,
saying?
the ego.
Yeah, and you
You
got
running a
yes,
company in that aspect. CEO.
boy, that brings it
Yeah.
right. So
You're in charge. So you feel a level of authority, a level of respect, and a level of machoism that, hey, I'm running things on the business end. So on the relationship end, I'm also running things. As Marcus said, will she leave? If we had a discussion and I know she ain't gonna leave, let me get out there and do my thing on the willy-nilly because I know she ain't gonna leave. That braggadociousness of from the boardroom to the bedroom is in full effect.
right. So real quick, I'm gonna address Babe's comment. She said we mentioned public cheating having a different outcome, and I believe that a private moment can have a different outcome. Yeah, because that was one of the final questions.
Yes,
But I
yes.
wanted to, I just she we you did, and I just want to kind of bring that into light again.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, the entitlement of a male with this,
Mm, mm.
you
'Kay.
know, and the things that how it could, like I said, being in public as opposed to private. I just wanted to kind of reiterate that, along with some other cheating things that come about,
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely you covered it. You covered it. I remember the question vividly. Ooh, I said
Mhm.
vividly. I
Yeah.
remember the question well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Because them two don't play. They cover their bases.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
They do.
do. They don't
They hit on
they don't
all
F ar-
cylinders.
yeah, they don't F around. So my thing also is, speaking of ladies, when they refer to several times in previous things about the woman's that intuition, the instinct.
Mm.
What's the word? Not deformant, not defamation. What's something we discernment? Shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Look at them big words. He pulling
yeah.
them out. Man,
No,
Marcus is
I
on
mean I gave
point.
you five different words that didn't have nothing to do with the damn subject.
All right, sir.
um, but and s- with that discernment, we even as men,
Mhm.
I'm gonna point that out. We will try to ignore what's going on, right?
Yeah, we will. We'll try to
Hell,
put it to the back.
so we are we'll put it to the back, and we were like, hey, I don't see it.
Mm. Out of
Espe-
sight, out of mind.
Especially if you think things are going good,
Yeah.
you know, you know. And this is what I'm thinking, like, men also do a double standard as
Speak on it,
well.
sir. Speak
We
on
do
it.
it. We do a double standard. I ain't gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna speak very candid. So
Okay.
for those out there, I'm sorry for the language.
Okay.
A coochie is designed for one dick. A dick
Mm.
is designed for multiple coochies. That's that
That's some good point.
lot of times a male have a they won't say it that way, but they have a mentality like that.
Well,
I can put my hey
because
they what I'm talking. I'm
we
listening.
we we, we are the sower of seeds. So if the world was just okay, one baby, one per relationship per adult, then the world will be less populated. But we know that that's not how it happens. We can have triplets. You can have multiple side pieces, and they have kids with them. 11, 12 babies. So yeah, you're right. Magic Johnson can be used multiple times and in multiple areas, and therefore,
Do you want to use Magic Johnson as an example?
I said you're Magic Johnson. I didn't
Oh,
say the Magic
I
Johnson
ain't gonna call my thing Magic
because if
Johnson
your Johnson is
ever.
magic, your Johnson is magic.
We ain't doing that.
All
Yeah.
right, sir. But yeah, get back on topic. Yeah. So what you're saying, it seems like it has multiple repeat uses, which is not limited to one Virginia at that,
Right.
keeping it PG rated here.
Because I'm thinking,
Yeah.
um, when do we say when do we be like, yo, hold on, alarm going off. Take the trash out.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yes, sir. Got you.
um, at what point in time do we say, yo, I'm gonna cheat, but I'm still a good man?
We don't say that. I
Oh,
never
I
heard a
mean,
man say that with his chest
hold
out. He
on.
walk up
Shit.
the room. "Yeah, I'm for the cheat. No cheat. Okay.
How many times have you heard a man say I ain't shit and pull the lady and pull her?
Now you talking now when you say that.
I
Yeah.
told you I wasn't shit, but you still want to be with me.
Mm,
So
wow.
apparently my the qualities I have still is going to keep you around. Why do I need to quit cheating?
Mm,
If the consequences of me cheating ain't really hitting on shit, I'm gonna kill cheating.
but
Or if there's no consequences when I cheat,
But do a man really approach a woman? He may say to his boys, "I ain't shit. Let me pull this chick." But does he go to the chick up front and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna cheat on you," or he's showing his good side, saying that he's a good boy, knowing in the back of his mind when she leave his aura, he's gonna go cheat? Is that the aspect of how it's played out? Because I
I
doubt if a
seen it
guy
both.
comes up to a woman and be like, "Hey, let me get your number. We're gonna date. We're gonna hit it off. We're gonna get involved, but I'm gonna cheat on you." I doubt if it plays out like that. But he's gonna cheat on him because it's in him. It's not necessarily he's presenting that as the upfront appetizer. You know what I mean?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I seen it.
Okay.
Because you know
I ain't
why?
never seen it, but go ahead.
Why I see it is what's one of the things that attracts a woman to a man?
Intrigueness,
It's the confidence, the way he carries himself,
confidence.
how he
Yeah.
stares, how he presents himself, how he, you know, shoulders up,
Yeah.
I in the some also sometimes the look of I'm not attainable.
Mm. You're not attainable.
So now once you approach me,
Mm.
I got you. This is how a man's gonna think I got you. You approach me. You and I talked about
Yeah,
Saturday. You and I talked
we
about
did.
about chasing or pursuing a woman and not being pursued. You know, I ain't gonna speak on your stance. That's your stance to speak on.
Mhm.
But if you come to me, not me personally, but 'cause I'm a different type of guy. Um,
Yes. Yes, sir, you are. Indeed,
I
you
am.
are. Yeah.
But I've seen guys, if you approach once you approach them, they got you. That's their
Mm,
mentality. I got you.
mm. Okay.
What else do like, oh, and I tell you, I ain't gonna be ish, and you keep talking.
Mhm.
One of my homeboys back home, he would do that. That was his thing. I had a matter of fact, this goes back to back in my time in the Navy back in the 90s. I have a homeboy who used to do that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, really? Because I'm the good guy. I was a sweetheart. I'm Mr. Friend. I was Mr. Friend
Yeah.
Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know how that go.
And good guys always, get what they need at the end, man, you know?
What?
'Cause
When
you
they get
seeking
a
those
good
good qualities. You know, you seek those good qualities so you're gonna get the good catch. If you out there just being bad,
no, no.
outcome
That's a
may
whole
not
nother.
always be good.
We'll talk about that another time. But
Okay,
no, the
okay.
good guys don't know. It's depending on the age. I'm now also put it on the maturity level how that goes.
Okay, okay.
Now, but let's go back to if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
I so I was saying is if I don't have no consequences when I cheat, why am I stop?
Mm, okay.
I can still love you and still cheat on you.
Mm,
A man's loyalty factor is sometimes I won't say all men, but a man's loyalty factor can be different from a lady's loyalty factor.
yeah.
How they look at loyalty, you know,
Mhm.
how you can even look at what's respect. You know,
Yeah.
you are from she is made for me. I'm made for her, her, her. Maybe to her sometimes, when I get low, when I'm getting in
On
that
a low
mood.
night, on a lonely night.
Right.
Rotation.
Didn't so I think this is some bullshit, but I think it can be generational as well. How many men have seen their
Mm,
fathers not be loyal, or excuse me, not loyal, but I would say not been monogamous, or what's the word I'm looking for? Well, they haven't been cheating on their mother, or you know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Especially, and I can speak from a southern background where it was common, and it still is common, to have the side piece.
You bring up a good point here. I'm gonna interject real quick. I I was born in the '70s, and I'm just thinking back
Damn.
in my younger days when I would be with my grandfather, um, be with my uncles. And if what was the theme of the '70s? Platform shoes, you got the bell bottoms, you got the butterfly collar, and you got the Mac, you know what I mean? You got Goldie. It was like a pimping lifestyle. So it was almost as if the cheating aspect of it was a dating hustle. It was almost like, okay, I'm going to work, babe, but the work was on the corner trying to hustle up some broads. Not saying that was correct way to live life, but the culture of society was almost like a hustle lifestyle where men were slick, driving around in their big Cadillacs, you know what I mean? They trying to make something of themselves and sustain a status quo and stand out in society.
Right. Right. You're right. You're very, very right. And guess what? That's what you
Mhm.
saw. These were people that these are people you emulate. You
Shaft.
know, this right. These are generational. Could that be? I consider a generational
Mhm.
curse.
Mhm.
It was like cheating is normal.
It was. It
then,
was
and it's still considered normal in certain people's
and it was an
minds.
unwritten rule. It wasn't like how can I say it was an unwritten rule, meaning that if you saw somebody cheating, that person didn't go back and necessarily go snitch or tell, but they would maybe let bro know I saw you out there last week, or what you was doing, down in the cut. You know how the slang from the 70s may have been at the time. I was too young to understand what was going on and comprehend, but that's what it seemed like.
But at over
Mhm.
time, it
Yeah,
seemed normal. What was the rule? Just
take
take
care
care
of
of
home.
home.
Bills paid,
You know,
got a roof over your head.
and yeah, right. So back what I
Mhm.
was saying. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. If ain't no consequences, ain't no
Mm.
problem. Two, then when it is a problem, you always 99% of the time the man always gonna choose home because they'll hoop rave up and down to their home about this lady they got on the side they mess with or
Mhm.
they talk whoop 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 whoop. But if there is a consequence, meaning your relationship or your wife or your partner, guess what? I'm going
Yeah,
home. Then it's a problem because there's a
you gotta fix
consequence.
something now that's been magnified.
Hmm. Right. You know,
Yeah,
cheating in my mind is a issue.
indeed it is.
When I say an issue is when you're going to cheat, there's an issue at home that you feel you need to cheat. Or there's an issue of your mindset why you feel you need to cheat.
Let me interject again. Jack, you're making good points because, as you said, there's an issue in your mindset that starts with a emotional issue, emotional loophole. So emotionally, you've already put it in your mind to cheat because you're fantasizing, you may be lusting, you're thinking about someone other than your partner if you are involved, if you're married. Then it becomes a physical thing because now you're acting out on those thoughts, on that aggression and those ideas. So, Marcus, you are definitely on point in the aspect of say how it begins. It begins as an emotional thought concept, and then you mature it
Mhm.
into a physical one, and now you got a full blown controversy. You got to run
Wow.
home. You got to take care of home. But them locks, them locks is changed. You can't get in now. You fighting at the door.
Banging on like Flair Flintstone.
Well,
Well, boy, I
clothes sitting
got you.
outside. You cheating
And
saw it all on the big screen. You might well not even come home. Yeah.
but when you try to fix home, you don't necessarily try to fix the problem.
You want to suppress the controversy? Is that what you're saying? When you try to
That's
fix
all you
something?
do. But a lot of time, yeah, I guess that yeah. We gonna I'm gonna squash it here at home for the time being. This is what we'll say. I'm just gonna be cool.
Oh, you gonna let it blow over? It's gonna
Let it be cool. Yeah. I'm gonna get her straight.
you
Let
know,
her let her
couple
let
of
her cool
days and
down. Let her
throw up a couple of dollars
the
and buy a
shit.
purse.
It's gonna be more than that. Even if it's for cheating, you gonna like okay, cool. Let yeah. Let her. Hopefully she'll forget about it. Or you get to a point where she says she forgive me and you try to get some of that trust back.
Ooh,
But we never fixed the issue why I
or you
cheated
never
to begin
addressed
with
the issue.
or address it.
Address it or
Why
undress
did
it.
it is it
Yeah.
yeah, and draws to the
That what
flow.
got you in trouble to begin with,
Yeah,
trying to undress it, right?
exactly.
Left that
And that's
dress
what I'm
on, leave it alone.
yeah. When you walk in your head, you see something, your head turn like this.
Yeah,
But these are things,
yeah.
but we have to, you gotta figure out, is it something in is my outlook, how I'm looking at women, how I look at relationships?
Mm.
Am I missing something in my relationship? Am I was at a point was I'm ready for a relationship? Or it was is it was never discussed to the point where how do each other feel about if it's permissible or is it or is it not permissible?
Ooh, permissible or not permissible? So 20-year marriage. I'm relating back to the Coldplay incident. 20-year marriage. I don't know how long they were married. I'm just hypothetically guessing. 20-year marriage, and the status quo is just, baby, I'm going to work. I'm take care of the bills, take care of the home. We'll come home. We'll go. You make dinner or whatever. I mean, she had a probably sure the wife had a job too. You know, it's dual households now. You know, you come home. She come home an hour later, whatever it may be. You already bought takeout or something. You doing this 20 years in a row. Kids grown. They off to college, and now the home seems to get routine. It gets boring. There's no excitement. You probably took the wife to vacation last month. You just want to get away, and now you're working late hours at the job, and you got the head of HR hanging out with you. So let's go to a concert. And you could have started off just a simple work routine, and then you had a couple of beers, you had a couple of drinks, getting into the music, and now you're hugging on each other all on the big screen. Never thinking about the outcome, never thinking about the reality, never thinking about the consequences. It may not even be the thought that I'm taking care of home, so I'm still gonna go out and get this. You're going with the moment, not knowing that your whole life is about to change. Now you're on the big screen. Now you got caught. Now you got to go home. And Marcus said, fix it. How can you fix that when the issue was never addressed of what caused the separation and the need to even be with somebody else?
Okay, we're gonna say that incident was not spur in the moment.
Okay.
All right, but from
Okay.
one, we will address it as what led to the initial what led to an initial conversation of us getting down to getting the whoop the whoop.
Mhm,
That's what we need to address.
mhm.
You know what I have to explain because what we're gonna be doing after we get caught. We're gonna try to, as my wife likes to say, gaslight.
Yeah,
But what did we our desire? What did we need? What do we feel we were missing that justified us fucking around? What we gonna at the end of the day, if I'm caught, let me rephrase that. At the end of the day, it's somebody a man that's caught because I ain't
yeah,
put my
yeah, yeah.
I ain't put my shit
Don't
in
put your
shit.
magic out there. Don't put your
Hell
magic out
no,
there. Yeah,
my shit stay at home. At the end of the day, when a man get caught
yeah.
and he got to go home and fix it, one he's gonna flip it.
Of course, the accountability check. He's gonna be
Yeah,
like, everybody at work got a work wife and a work husband. That was my work wife. That's what he first gonna try to come with that lame boys. And
or
that's gonna get shot down. Then he gotta
mhm.
come with something stronger. You know what I
Then
mean?
we go. Then like I say, they gonna flip it, and this is not all the way intentionally flipping it. It's like it's built. I'm starting to learn this. It's built into us. Like we gonna try to flip it.
Yeah.
You wasn't doing this.
Because we try to fix stuff.
No, we trying to lie. Goddamn.
Well, that too.
Yeah,
We damn sure gonna lie, save our own ass.
yeah, but we not there. It isn't. There was a problem, but on all that's trying to fix it, we'll probably won't adjust the problem.
Mm,
But
mm.
if we so called fixers and
Yeah,
trying to fix every damn thing, why we ain't fix it before it blew up? You change your oil, shit, or my car is sputtering a little bit. It's missing. Let
yeah,
me go change the spark plugs. You don't just go to the breakdown. You
yeah.
do that. You Mister Fix It. Won't you? But we can't fix this stuff
That's right in front of us.
in front of us. But you what? You get caught. You running home trying to fix home instead of just saying, "Oh, screw it. I got caught. I'm going over with her anyway."
That is very important to address the accountability in this situation, because if we notice even the minute thing is off at home, if you can catch that early and address it, say, baby, I haven't been, you haven't been paying me attention all week, or vice versa. Let's try to do something to enjoy each other's company, some quality time. Or unless he just tired of it and say, you know what, I don't give a damn no more. Let me get out here and find me something new.
All
It
right.
just ain't hit no more. I mean, I'm not
That's gonna
saying
be
that
that's gonna
situation, but that
be
could be
real.
it's out. A person's out, right? I don't care. This is my out. Let me do this. So you have a reason for you to leave me, because he may not be man enough to call for a divorce, right? And then if you do call, she may say, I'm not leaving because I'm trying to stay here to get that pension or that insurance policy. So,
Right. So
it's hard to say one is the situation that causes the other. However, these all do play into the aspect of accountability, while you're not addressing the issue to make sure
yeah,
that it doesn't become bigger.
yeah. We we looking for the easy way out
Hmm.
until we find out the easy is nothing but a road to a brick wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you cheating.
Mm.
And you may get away one time, you may get away with 20 times, you may get away with trying to cheat and get caught. We what's the issue?
If
Why did I make the attempt to begin with?
Is it a braggadocious thing? Is it something like, you know what, I feel like man enough, I'm going to cheat, and self issues that the person may have within themselves, that they have to do that to just even feel their ego or get their ego stroked outside of the home, right?
Oh,
Because you're like,
yeah.
hey, I'm going back to the office. Hey, my boys, man, I just, what, boom, boom, boom. And, the boys dapping you up like that's the
You just
thing
hit
that
the
should
head.
do.
Got
Yeah.
a good percentage of just damn ego.
Yeah.
You just hit it. I
Yes,
didn't.
sir.
That's
Yes,
the
sir.
magic word, ego.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
ego is so strong, I could take
Mm.
this broad out. Well, I'll stop calling her broad, but that's disrespectful. I could take this woman out because
Good.
she bad. And I'm gonna run it. I want everybody to see her except anybody that's close to me.
Yeah.
Anybody that could tell my wife.
Anybody within my neighborhood block, right? You take it all the way across town.
You know, and our ego's like, yeah, I got me a bad one. Or I got me one that does this or that, whatever. I got this one who make all this money. She's spending money on me.
Mm.
Our ego.
Mm. Yeah.
Our ego, but the same ego that don't allow us to address what's going on at home.
Yeah.
The same ego think there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing.
Mm.
That same
Yeah.
ego.
The double standard, as you said earlier,
Mm.
the gender norm,
And believe it or not,
masculating.
for a while I thought I ain't had no ego.
What? Man, we
Oh
all got
yeah.
egos,
Oh, don't worry.
man.
You know who
Okay.
my wife? You know who my wife is?
Yes, sir.
I got
Yes,
checked.
sir.
I got checked
Mrs.
on multiple
Mrs.
occasions.
Goodwin.
I
Mrs.
got checked
Goodwin. I
multiple times. Yeah.
definitely know Mrs.
Oh
Goodwin.
shit. I got checked on that. I still try to debate it every so often, but the check is still in effect.
The check is in the mail, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, double standard, because do men and women cheat for the same reasons? We just said men have egos. They want that to be stroked outside of the house as well as inside of the house. So do women, well, of course we know there may be different aspects as to why women may seek happiness outside of the home. And
Talk on it.
those double standards, as they play out, is it a physical reason or ego validation? We just spoke on different aspects for that, because if a woman ain't being satisfied at home and she feel like you're not listening to her needs, her wants, and her desires, there's a possibility. I can't speak for women. There's a possibility they may go outside of the home while we sit there and you get all of that done at home, hot meal, shower, and we still go be the dummy and still go down the street.
All right.
Make that make sense?
I can't make it make sense.
Yeah, I
All
can't
right.
either.
Women cheating. from a guy's point of view, this guy,
Marcus said it. Marcus said it.
from
Go
Marcus's
ahead though.
point of view,
Put the bullseye on his back. But
you know, I don't care.
I take the deflection too. Go ahead, sir. From a guy's
I,
perspective.
I'm looking at from a guy's perspective, it's going to be, am I not doing it for you?
Mm, wow.
But that I ain't saying that. That's just a guy's perspective. Is a guy's perspective the right perspective? Probably not.
Mhm.
Am I not giving you something?
Mm, okay.
It should be a better question.
Yes.
It's not that, you know, it can be that I'm not satisfying you, but also be I am not satisfying you in a certain way.
Okay.
That, but from a guy's point of view, we thinking most of the time either think the guy got, because our ego, the guy must got something that I ain't got.
Mm, okay.
My ego gonna say he must doing something that I can't do. He must be having sex with you better than I can.
Mm,
But you will never tell another dude that, like, man, I don't know, he must be paying her or something. She must be buying her stuff. He ain't gonna admit. His mind might be thinking his sex game might be better, but his
but
ego won't let him mention it.
is he better, or is he just paying attention to her needs in that intimate moment?
Exactly. Because think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
How many times that, especially in a work environment,
Mhm. Yeah.
them it pops off because the person just listening to what other one has to say.
Yes.
That confidant.
That confidant.
You know, my wife and I had this conversation about work husband, work wife recently.
Mhm.
We don't care about it because we have trust in each other. I trust
Yeah.
her utmost because she thinks something is escalating, that the intentions are not innocent.
Mhm.
They gone.
Yeah.
She dismissing
Yeah.
them. That's the type of trust that we have.
Yeah.
You know, no, a couple of years ago, during the earlier days of Data from the
Mhm.
Real, we did a episode on, this is what things called platonic friendships. Can males and females be legitimate
Yeah.
friends without? And the question was, yeah, my wife has plenty of male
Mhm.
friends. Do I ever worry about it? No. And I'm not saying that from an ego standpoint.
Yeah.
I am not saying from ego standpoint. I'm saying that from a secure standpoint of, I know my wife and where she's, how she
Yes.
stands.
Yes.
That, and how she feels about relationships and how she feels about cheating. That is why I have no I'm confident. And
Mhm.
the men around, all right, I'm gonna give you an example. I won't get a
Okay.
tangent, but one of the things that impressed me the most about my wife, and she has a male best friend. I could walk in and she don't know I'm walking in, and she's talking on the phone on speaker
Mhm.
now. The conversation won't change or miss a
Mm.
beat.
Gotcha.
That's the, like, that was icing on the cake to show me that, why should I be worried? There was no surprise. Like, she was like, "Oh, hey, babe."
Yeah.
The conversation will miss a beat. She'll answer the phone. None of
Yeah.
that. The typical thing that men will do when theirs is not, when their intentions is
Yeah.
not innocent. She's just the opposite.
Gotcha. That's great. That's great to have in your side, in your corner. But let me ask you this question. Not speaking of your relationship, just getting on the conversation
Mhm.
itself. If a man cheats or a woman cheats, regardless of the aspect of why or how they cheat, do you think is one time too many, or will the relationship survive even after the scandal has unfolded? Can they become stronger? Can they become more united now that they understand the vulnerability of
Ooh.
the person that cheated and what
Ooh.
their
Ooh.
needs to be met so they
That
won't do that again? Yeah.
ooh. Can you survive a cheating
Wow.
incident?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Ooh. You hitting it
Yeah.
hard. Ooh. I didn't even think about that. Now I'm thinking about me personally. Can I survive a cheating incident?
And can it be even
Mm.
better that the relationship was at the beginning?
If I'm staying, it
You
better
gotta
be. Yeah.
solidify, you're even making it. Yeah.
So, ooh. All right. So my answer, not to say this is
Yeah.
my final answer in life. And I'm gonna preface this. One, if it's if nobody knows
Mm,
about it,
okay.
I probably can say yes,
Why is it
and we
why
work
is it
on
that no one knows about it? What
my ego.
Oh!
I
The
don't
ego
know.
thing, so that's always gonna be there regardless of. Okay,
Yes.
so,
So
the
my ego
ego.
is my ego can take it a little bit
Alright.
easier if it's like nobody knows or nobody I know knows
Mm,
that some other man touched my wife.
mm. I can respect that,
Now
I can respect that and
if it's
understand that too, yeah.
public, if it's public, I could probably say yes because of my deep love, but it will hurt and hurt hard for a long time,
Will
for a
will it
good
be that
while.
forgive
Where
and
it's
never
gonna
forget? And will you bring that
I
up
will
at a throw it in somebody's
ooh,
face?
so that's gonna be the
Okay,
key.
okay,
You forgive, but you won't
okay.
forget. But if you bring it up, you can kill it. Damn, didn't kill
Mm,
it. All right, I'm gonna tell you why. I had a friend of
yes.
mine. He got caught
Mhm,
cheating. You know, he probably I would say more than once, but he probably not got caught more than he got caught. But
yes,
anyway, once again, why home was more important than outside.
okay.
You know, and he stopped and was trying to do his best. She said she forgave him, but every time or anytime there was an argument, it would always
Wow,
come up, and that would hurt him and he would confide in me and get mad. He'd be mad, like she told me she
yeah,
forgave me. Why she keep bringing that
using
shit
it
up?
against him.
So that right there is where you might if you could spend money and I'll probably have to do we will have to do this
Mhm,
as well. If I can spend money on a side woman, I could still take that same money if I decide woman's gone now and spend it on some kind of couples therapy to get to our root
yes,
cause
sir. Yes, you can.
and just see make sure this relationship is where it's on the track where it's supposed to be, or we just fooling ourselves because we really got to I really got to analyze.
Yeah,
You cheated. You the one out of anybody in this whole world. Now I'm getting back toward me. If she cheated out of anybody in this whole world, the very, very last person I would expect to do anything like
mhm,
that. Of course, her and my mother, but that's just your mom. Mom. But
yes,
anyway, the last person in this world I expect to do it, and it happens. There is something major going on.
yeah,
Now, if I cheat, I'm just saying this is if, baby. Um, if I cheat and I'm not that cheating days is way behind me with this woman, I need to take that money and we need to go and analyze what's going
Yeah.
on. A third party of independent party. We didn't see
Yeah.
what's going on. Why did I do that? Was it just my ego? Was it I missing
Mhm.
something? Was I desiring something that wasn't being fulfilled? Was I just being an asshole? What? Not only then I need to do my own therapy. Well, matter of fact, let me take that back. I probably need to start there first. Talk to my therapist. Say, yo, uh, Miss Therapist, I can't keep my privates to myself. Why is that? Help me understand.
Mm. Let me continue laying this onion down for you. So we talked earlier about emotional versus physical cheating, right? In the mind and actually acting out upon it. And now then you just brought up the fact of uh, you coming home, your wife having a conversation with a male, and the conversation doesn't change because of the fact that you're secure and the marriage is understanding of that. Is there a aspect of levels of cheating, like, say, for instance, flirtatious messages between a work wife and a work husband, or the actual fact that a man goes out and goes down the street or goes to a bar and goes to someone else's house before he comes home? Are there levels to
So
that?
yes,
And does it make it even more
yes.
severe because they both are deceitful? And
Damn, Don, you challenging my mentals
oh,
right
we just
now.
having a conversation, man. We ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right? So we just
Mm. Yeah, we trying to So
yeah,
emotional cheating is still cheating,
hmm
yes. But me personally, I'm more I can come back easier from emotional cheating than I can physical cheating because I am visually I'm gonna have a high imagination. I'm gonna see some other man on top of my woman going.
he can't come back from that. Now you might well go ahead and get the 357, man. Just taking everybody out.
Yeah, but the emotional cheating is okay.
Okay,
Are we going? If you gonna quit this out, okay. Now we can figure out what's going on. But at the end of the day, I still can't keep bringing it
of
up.
course,
If she stops this,
of course.
and I say I
But
forgive.
another layer, you indicated earlier that uh, you could not see the forgiveness if you say you see the forgiveness if it was done in private and I guess more of a public aspect. So even though little cheat notes or actually going to someone's house, does that even matter as to how you forgive? Because it could be no one else knows, but you found out somehow, right? Found text messages on the
Mhm.
phone, or you found receipts for dinner. It looked like two people can eat it, so no one else knows. But does that even make a difference as to how you forgive, even though one is minor compared to the other?
Mm,
Should it make a
I don't
difference
know.
as to how you forgive?
Probably
Okay.
not because both cheating. But what the logic says and what will really go
Yeah.
down, it could be two
Yeah.
different things. Um, have I been in a relationship where I was cheated on? Yes. Did it hurt like hell?
Yeah.
Yes. Did did you get knots in your stomach? Like,
Yes.
yes. Did you look like Theo
Yes.
when he lost
Mhm.
Justine? Yes. All right.
Yeah.
So cheating is cheating. Me personally, I can withstand one over the other, but at the end of the day, you have to go about it the same way. How you repair it.
Yes.
Mm. Damn, Don, you fucking me up. How would you? Well, okay,
Yeah.
Don, can you withstand a woman that cheated on you?
Cannot stand the rain. That's what he's asking me. New edition.
Basically.
I've had my heart broken and I've broken heart. I've stayed with people on both accords. People stayed with me on both accords. Now that I've gotten older in life, I would say more wiser in life, not necessarily older, more wiser. If it happens now, in reality, I don't think I can stay because that would have to
Mm.
be a reason, whether it be me lacking or not providing the attention to prevent that from happening or the misunderstanding that allowed it to happen. But if I am doing all that and it still happens, then that means you didn't want me or you don't want me or my ego ain't big enough, right? Whatever the situation may be. Yeah, I'm just not the one for that person. And I have to face that reality that almost sometimes when we approach dating, it's almost like a competition instead of a connection. And sometimes the best man wins. And if I can't satisfy you, even if I'm doing everything right and providing all that, and you still go out and cheat on me, then I'm just not the one for you. I'm just gonna back out. I'm gonna buy out, and you can go do whatever you want. I will heal. Of course, I may be hurt and crying and standing in the rain for a couple hours, but life goes on. I'm just gonna pick up the pieces and move down the block.
So does time in service or time in relationship play a factor in that? If you've been together 5 years
Mhm.
and this now
Yeah.
happens, still will be still the same outcome.
I'm gonna say yes from my perspective because it
Okay.
has been 5 years. And when the situation comes and it happens and you talk about it, you discuss it, you allow the adult to make their decision as how they want to proceed. If a person cheated on you, you can ask for forgiveness, you can beg for permission, but then the other person still has to proceed to want to accept that. If they don't want to accept that and they need that space, how can you fight that? You can't.
Okay. I see your point, and I hear you because this is not a 2 plus 2
Yeah.
question. You know, this has so many variables and so many emotional things to
Can
it.
you stand the rain?
You know,
Yes, I can. Standing on 10 toes when I'm in the rain. No.
yeah, yeah,
Heartbreakers.
shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, right on. And this is what these things like this.
Yeah.
Being cheating, you ain't trying,
Yeah.
but you trying to get cheated on too. If you don't come correct.
You say you're trying to get
Now I'm
cheated
talking
on.
about and I ain't talking about like a man cheating on a woman, but a woman cheating on a man. If you ain't coming correct,
Ooh. Wow.
you possibly could leave yourself open.
Mm.
You know, and this is why we need and guys, we need to remind each other, hey, keep your head up and keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. We talked about you talked 20 years
Yeah.
that rut. I fall into that rut. And it ain't been before. You can okay. Ooh, make sure you do something. Then you need to come out and pop out and you need to do a little surprise or
Yeah.
something. You know, we need. I think so. This I'm kind of twisted a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it positive.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my foot. Um, we need to maybe instead of we talking about the one we got or we getting and who we can get. Maybe we should talk about how we how we can keep what we got and how we keep it funky.
Mm. He said keep it funky. Yeah.
Right. Maybe we should start changing that narrative. Like maybe come instead of ego about who we hitting, maybe we should start having
I like that.
how we
I like that.
satisfying our partners. Maybe that's how
But
maybe we should learn to change the narrative. Go
change the
ahead. What's up,
narrative, but
Don?
sometimes it seems again, maybe it's another I'll tell you. Yeah. But yeah, I like that narrative because it it gets away from the locker room talk. It get away from the dirty Dianas and discussing things that guys can say to stroke their egotistic manhood from 18 years ago. But if we get to what Marcus is stating is showing some positivity of how we are in bond, in tune with the one that we love, that positivity can spread to others just by natural selection. Just floats in the air, and someone can catch that and say, "I'm gonna take it home. I'm gonna take that positivity and let me love on my wife more. Let me love on my lady more, and make sure that she's taken care of. She's good."
Yeah, you know, we have to, and I'm was one of these guys, and I still have my level of thinking a woman's good is everything's taken care of at
Yeah,
home. There's roof over her head. She got gas. She got she can go do this. She can do she can get wherever she wants. She's not stuck. She ain't missing out
yeah,
on nothing. She ain't hurting
yeah.
for nothing. If a woman ain't hurting for nothing, what's the
Mm,
problem? We gotta break that
yeah.
curse. You ain't miss. I can if I can give the soft wife life, but are you emotionally living a soft wife
Mm,
life?
wow. He just gave us our next topic.
You know, yeah, because soft wife life financially don't mean you're gonna get it emotionally. Because I'm really that's what he's saying. Like
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Even all right. So let's talk about celebrities real
Yeah.
quick. Celebrities, guys that go get these chick. I can stop calling them these chicks. They get these women that look real like they got everything in the right place. This, that, and that surgery, whatever. And they marry them. I'm gonna have kids, but guess what? How many already think they're already thinking, oh, he's gonna go cheat anyway?
Mm,
But the bag, I got the bag at the
wow.
house.
So they doing it just for
The
the
bag,
bag
this is
then.
good chance. The bag is for the bag is like, okay, I gotta take care of his home, take care of the kids, keep myself up, and I can have anything I want, and all he gotta do is he can go do what he want. Just keep how they say, just keep it away from the house. Don't let me know about it.
Wow.
Well, have you heard of that one before? I know he's gonna cheat. Just don't let
Is
me know
that what
about it.
Cookie Johnson said with Magic? Because their
Hmm.
relationship seemed like it's stronger now than it was before. When he was out there with 32 at the
That was
door. He had
adversity.
32 at the door. He got
That
32 number for a
mm,
reason.
hmm.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna speak too much
No.
on that, but yeah, but a lot of ball players probably have.
Yeah.
Some of them say there was one ball player. He's played for Utah. I forgot who it was. Every year, I don't think it was a week or 2 weeks. There, she would give her husband a hall pass.
Mm, damn. A hall pass. So she's is the one initiating this. I'm pretty sure he didn't.
So to
Okay.
keep the person, this was the
Okay.
mentality. This is to keep him from
Hmm.
cheating consistently.
Wow. A hall pass. He
You
got a
got you get a
weekend
week
pass.
a week or two after what you get a hall
Is that
pass.
what y'all got on the base, man? Y'all get that weekend pass? Y'all can get off the base.
No, we just trying to be sluts. But no, hall
Wow.
pass.
Okay.
There's like for 2 weeks or a week, whatever, you can go do
But
you can go do it. You just gotta
he
be
has to do it the
safe.
right way. Yeah. If that's something agreed upon. I'm pretty sure he probably like, "Dang, my baby said that. He couldn't wait." I don't know. She didn't
Right.
even
But
finish the
it's
statement. He
also
was
about
already
mhm. He pulled out every year out of the off season. He know his time. He planned it out, probably planned it a whole year in advance.
But yeah, you saying that with that aspect, I know we running on time, but then you also I'm not even gonna get into that. Yeah, we run out of time, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. We're at the top of the hour, sir.
Yeah, we are. So, but end of the day, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But what are you? So if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Let's revisit that top. Let's revisit the
Mhm.
title. If you ain't cheating, you ain't
To
trying.
cheat.
What? Or or you ain't trying to
Break up a happy home.
maintain a
There you
proper
go.
home.
There we go. And with that being
You
said,
ain't trying to maintain a healthy left relationship. Right on. Go ahead and say it, Don.
he is Marcus and I am Don Jr. Lilly. And this has been Data from the Real. We appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, rewind, and watch. YouTube, IG, Facebook. We out.
We out.